My name is Sanji Cohen. I'm a member of St Albans United Synagogue. I suppose I'd describe myself as a lifelong volunteer. For me, volunteering, I suppose, is a way of life, to be honest. I met my husband over 50 years ago at a charity committee. That's how far back it goes, and I'm 71 now. It's personally rewarding, of course, but it's also an opportunity to be part of something bigger than myself, which I really appreciate. I see volunteering as a revolving door. Sometimes we're the ones that are helping others, and then there are times when we need help ourselves, and I've certainly been in that position. And you need to ask for help yourself. And that's where I've learned to appreciate how small kindnesses can make a big difference. It has to me, certainly.
Hi, I'm Matthew Jackson. I'm a member of United Synagogue, and I've been involved in lots of volunteering for the United Synagogue during COVID. One has been delivering food parcels from Hendon to Woodford once a week to enable the shul there to be able to distribute them to needy members. And I've also been involved in delivering care packages to asylum seekers, also through the United Synagogue programme. And they've been a range of people all across East London. We met one lady along the way who had a tiny baby and was very heavily pregnant, said she was about to give birth to twins, and was living in what looked like a sort of sheltered accommodation near Woodford. And being able to deliver all those sort of nappies and food to her clearly made a massive difference to her. She was super grateful, and that was a great experience for us. So I definitely recommend to anybody out there, get out, help, do what you can, even if it's looking after a neighbour in your road, or doing something on a bigger scale. It makes you feel good, it makes the people you're helping feel good, and it makes the world a better place.
Hello, my name is Phillips, and I'm a member of Barnet Synagogue. I became involved with volunteering at the shul at Purim when I was asked to help with the filling and distribution of the Mishloach Manot boxes. This was done successfully, and then COVID-19 hit, and the synagogue put out a call for volunteers to help with telephoning the older members of the congregation. I had the list of the older members and was able, with the help of all these volunteers that stepped forward, to set up a rota for them all to be telephoned. And then of course Pesach was approaching, and that meant that everything became very intense and pressured. But again, with the help of volunteers on the ground, prepared to do shopping, collect prescriptions, acquire Pesach products for those that needed it, those that were isolating and shielding, we achieved that very well. We have since gone on to contact every member of the shul, again by virtue of the help from a huge number of volunteers, and virtually every need or want has been dealt with. Without the team of volunteers, this really could not have happened.
Hi, I'm Marcus Mendelsohn. I'm a regular volunteer at the Woodford, Forest and Hendon drop-in centres, and more recently I've also been delivering to the homes of the guests from the centres. To me, volunteering is a way to actually give to others. I'm in a very fortunate position, whereas others aren't, so it's a way for me to actually give to them, and also it allows them to have dignity and to feel like they belong in the same world of society as we who are more fortunate do.
I'd always encourage other people to volunteer. It's good for your soul. It's wonderful to make new friends in organisations. You've got to have fun. It's always fun working with other people. It adds focus to my life. I find I learn more about other people, and in so doing about myself, which is no bad thing. And I think that when you find a cause that's a good match for your passion, I think that becomes the icing on the cake of your life. I really do.
I was fortunately introduced to volunteering as a child, and I've always found it to be totally satisfying and rewarding experience. It's not a matter of giving back so much as a mutual exchange, and as a man virtually challenged to some degree, I often feel like I'm a little bit taller than I do during periods of my life when I'm not volunteering.
My name is Julian Pollard, and I'm a member of the United Synagogue in Hendon. Last year, I volunteered my services to the Chesed division of the United Synagogue, who had teamed up with the Ambulance Wish Foundation. The foundation provides end-of-life transport services to the terminally ill who are bedridden and wish to realise a final wish. The United Synagogue provided training in basic first aid, and a cohort of some 40 volunteers trained to use an ambulance gifted to the foundation, thanks to the fundraising efforts of the Jewish community, primarily Rebbetzin Kaplan, formerly of the Hampstead Garden Suburb Synagogue community. Since the COVID-19 crisis began, we've had to rethink how to use the ambulance, as we could no longer use it as originally intended. So, working with a charity called Compassion London, we now use it to collect and distribute food parcels and household goods to those in need across the capital. We are able to deliver several hundred prepared meals every day and have undertaken regular deliveries to numerous hospitals for the homeless, schools, and the London Ambulance Service. We have also been tasked to support those members of our own community in central London who have been quarantined either by choice or by force of circumstances. These members of the Jewish community are often elderly, infirm, and may have dropped off the radar. I recall visiting a woman in her 80s in Hackney very recently. We chatted on the doorstep, and she told me she had not left her flat for 10 weeks. She then beckoned me inside to meet and greet her son, who turned out to be a bedridden invalid in his 50s. She was happy for him to see a friendly face, but what a burden she carries, and she does deserve our support, and there are many like her. Our reach extends beyond just the Jewish community, and we provide regular meal drops to a North London mosque. As our ambulance arrives, emblazoned with the slogan, "A gift from the Jewish community," I am invariably greeted with a friendly, "Bless you, brother."
It's heartwarming when we receive a call or an email saying thank you for a Shabbat box or a thoughtful call when there has been ill health or sadly a bereavement. And that really is what makes it a pleasure to be a volunteer at the synagogue. I would encourage anyone who belongs to a shul and has some time to volunteer to do so. It supports the community and is hugely rewarding.